Well, Jeff, you'll never guess what chemical I have today to work with. Want to take a guess?
We got a clear solution. We've worked with rubbing alcohol in the past. Maybe waft it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Any odor?
No odor.
You might notice that I don't need safety gloves for this experiment, nor do I need goggles.
Water?
That's right, it's water.
There we go.
Hello again, teachers, and welcome back to the Science Unit in a Box explanation video guide.
Today's lesson will focus on the importance of water in our society.
This lesson will demonstrate our reliance on rivers, oceans, and other water resources for survival.
Students will evaluate how often they require water in the span of a day. This will include drinking water, using the washroom, and taking a bath.
The materials for this lesson include Water and Me journals, water, food coloring, chart paper, celery, and a jar. The procedure for this lesson is as follows.
Now, unfortunately, we're going to ask that you do a little bit of homework for this lesson. The day before instruction, you will need to record a Water and Me diary log.
This diary will contain every interaction that you have with water in the course of a day. Write down where you use the water, how you use the water, and approximately how much water you used.
The diary you record will be shared with your students at the beginning of the lesson. Write down the contents of your diary on the board and explain how you did this to your students.
Another interesting way to engage your students would be to bring in containers such as 2-liter pop bottles, milk cartons, or juice containers. Once you've discovered how much water you used in one day, attempt to visually represent this amount of water with these drink containers.
Explain to your students that they will be given their own Water and Me diary to record. Give each student a journal and be sure they are clear on how to record their interactions with good old H2O.
These journals can be used in the future to spark discussion on wasting water. Have the class design a large poster which will educate other students on what they've learned.
The next activity involves a simple experiment.
Begin the experiment by pouring about a cup of water into a large clear vessel and explain that this is clean water that is suitable for drinking.
At that point, introduce food coloring and explain that this will represent pollution in today's lesson. Proceed and add 1 drop of food coloring and stir it around in the jar. Everyone will see the color that the water takes on. Can we see the pollution?
Proceed to add more and more water and ask at points along the way if we can still see the pollution. As the vessel fills, the color becomes diluted and is not very noticeable.
The real question is, where is the pollution and is it still there?
Have students return to their tables where they will work in small groups. This time, students will fill a jar with water, add food coloring of their choice, and a stalk of leafy celery. This experiment will be viewed in the upcoming days to visualize how water moves through a plant and thus how pollution will reach it.
Guide students to hypothesize what they think will happen and record their responses on a class chart.
Students will draw what they see in the jar and repeat this observation each day.
How can we protect our water sources from pollution? And how can pollution affect us through our water and food resources?
Now, hopefully this lesson will get your class thinking about a way they can take action to protect our water. Have fun with it and encourage curiosity. By the way, did you shower today?
Yes.